have no more FP, dude.
I'm trying to kill him. Hold on. I can't see him. He's
I'm
blinding me with
already
goddamn
dead.
tracer.
Like,
Oh,
I got it.
you've betrayed me.
Karma's a bit.
This
Karma's a
is
bit.
instant karma, yeah.
Instant
I
karma.
got him.
Oh, there's a
This
T64.
way.
T64.
No!
T64.
Don't worry, Kath. I got him. You're good now. Just ignore the ammo.
I'm
Just
good
just
now.
just
I'm
ignore
good
the fire.
now. I'm
Just
good
ignore.
now.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy Slick, and today we are finally covering the Freedom Mobile. That is, of course, the M1A1 Abrams. So the only real difference between the M1A1 and the M1IP is it gets a 120 mil Rheinmetall smoothbore gun that hits like an absolute truck. So overall, it's kind of a glass cannon after this patch. So with the introduction of 1.87, most of the T-Series tanks, so the T-64B, the T-80B, and the T-80U all have this new round called the Mango round. It's the 3BM42, I believe. I could be wrong, but I know it ends with 42. Now, these rounds render the IP, the M1, and the M1A1 at a bit of a disadvantage in the turret area because it can go through the turret armor. It easily breaches this tank, and the turret ring on the Abrams, obviously, is quite large. We know this. So it really does a lot of damage to the tank. And while that happened, the older T-Series tanks, so the T-64A and the T-72, got the top round from the T-80B. So all of the rounds got upgraded on the Russian front, which makes these tanks a little bit more of a glass cannon. They get one shot a lot easier now, but I don't have an issue with that. I absolutely love my M1A1. It is the best performing tank, or I perform the best in this tank out of any of the new patch tanks. Currently, I think I'm sitting around 50 and 8 in it in maybe like 20 battles, I want to say. Maybe even less battles than that. And I think it's all down to this gun. This gun and the new round, which I showed earlier on in the video. You can go back and pause it if you want to see the actual pen stats. This gun is fantastic. It is exactly what the Abrams needed to spice it up and help it perform against some of the new tanks like the Leopard 2A5 and the T-80U. The gun, I mean, lull pen is almost offensive to say with this gun because it does more than lull pen. It doesn't just lull pen. It farms salt from every other nation's tanks and just forms it into a anti-American bias, hatred thoughts. It's absolutely amazing. Now, as far as mobility, I think it's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit more sluggish, but not really noticeable. The armor is laid out different in the turret, the actual composite itself. So while it does have the same protection as the IP, it is laid out different, which Holly and some other people in the stream were leading me to believe that we might get some packages for this thing that change the armor and make it even better in the future updates. And I think that might be where Gaijin is going. We might end up getting packages for tanks and not getting new tanks next patch for some of the main nations because we already have a 2A5. I mean, they're not going to add a 2A6, right? And they're not going to add an M1A2. So this is a possibility, so just be on the lookout for that. But overall, the way this tank plays, it plays exactly the same as the Abrams. The only difference with the gun, obviously, bigger gun, a slower reload. So it has 6 flat when you are spaded and aced, but I don't really think that that's that big of an issue. I mean, a second flat is a big difference when you're 1v1ing against the thing, but the only other tank that has a 5-second reload that you really have to fight against is the Type 90. The Abrams, you get them on your team unless you get a mixed battle. I really like it. I generally enjoy this tank a lot. I'm enjoying it way more than I thought I would. I thought I would think it's an Abrams, okay, newer gun, whoop-de-doo, right? I thought it was going to perform kind of like the 2A4 did before this came out, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. This gun hits so hard, people don't want to be on the receiving end. Now, currently, as far as the matchmaking goes in the matches, it's kind of hit or miss. You'll lose a lot of games currently. A lot of people seem to have fallen the German tech tree, so they're all going towards the 2A5 or the T-80U right now. Tunguskas are rendering the H1Zs a bit useless at the current stage, big to Chungus. And, I mean, I get it. I understand why people aren't as hyped as America or for America. But if you are an American player, if you do play America, you have the Abrams and you are grinding the A1, don't stop. Trust me, it will 1,000% be worth it. This tank is amazing. It really is amazing. I like the Leopard 2A5 better still, but I think that's just because I like the Leopard 2A5. Stat-wise, game-wise, in-game performance, I feel like this tank is better. I generally just enjoy this more. I don't know why exactly. I don't know if that's exactly the case. I think all of the new tanks are pretty comparable, to be honest. I think the T80U has its strengths, the Leopard has its strengths, the Abrams has its strengths. And they all do everything that the other ones do, pretty much. They can go hold down, they can snipe, they can do really well when they're hold down. They can get in and out of situations pretty fast, aside from T80U. Obviously, the reverse gear is not as powerful as the Leopard 2 or the Abrams, but I generally enjoy the shit out of this tank. I really, really do. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I think the top tier lineup for America actually is pretty good too. I recently got the Bradley. It took me a while to grind it last patch because I didn't actually gold that one, and I decided to grind it. But now that I have a stock Bradley and an Abrams, my lineup has been an FJ, an F100, an Abrams, the A1, and a Bradley, and then also the Sergeant New York. Now I could switch out my FJ crew slot for a helicopter if I'm feeling fancy, but generally, since there's big Chungus up, I like to use the FJ and the Saber just at the off chance that you won't get hit by an AAM or surface to air missile, or whatever you want to call those things. And that's something I'll talk about later on this week or maybe this weekend. I do think the Tunguska was added a little bit too early after playing these patches a couple times. It might seem like I'm bitching because of it. I understand the heli spam needed to be countered, but the thing is, Russia already had a pretty decent counter to heli spam. They had T-80s that can carry ATGMs fired out of their smoothbore guns. No other nation gets that. And on top of that, they get the only AA that can touch helicopters at 8K out. So, I don't know. I think it was a little too early. Hopefully the next patch comes pretty fast and every other nation will get equal AA capability, because it just seems a bit unfair. It's like there's no real point in bringing out a helicopter currently if you're fighting against Russia. Now, if Russia's on your team, everything's fine and dandy. I don't think it should be like that. It should be scary to take out a helicopter all the time or none of the time. I don't think there should just be nation dependent the way it is. So I think it's a little odd, but I'll talk about that more later on in the week. I hope you guys enjoy this game. I absolutely love this beast of a tank. I really do. The armor is, while I said it is a glass cannon, it does bounce things. It does still eat shots. It is hard to kill from the side. If somebody's shooting a dart in the wrong spot, you'll eat like 5 shots. I think I average about 4 to 5 shots on me until I die per game in the Abrams. That's any Abrams, but especially with the A1. And now that you're firing back at them with a 120 mil, they're pretty startled. People get pretty startled about it. You can upper front plate T80s, T72s, anything like that. Just hit them through the upper front plate, aside from the contact 5, I believe, and it is great. So if you guys have the A1, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you're liking it so far, and let me know what I should play next. Let me know. I think T2 and Type 90s should be next. I've played that today, and I really, really think that Japan's top tier lineup is A1 now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching.
Our victory is near.
No. Motherfucker. Die.
Ooh, that ghost shell though.
Ghost shells are the best.
I love ghost shells. Such
They
a great
are.
feature.
Yeah. They make this game exciting.
Oh yeah. Just keep you on the edge. Keep you on your toes.
Keep you on your little toes.
What I do love is the M1A1. I really like this. I'm really enjoying myself.
I love it more if it has proper reload. Fuck.
5 seconds or 4 seconds?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'd be happy with 5. No, it's
Just
not.
instantaneous reload. I'd be happy with that.
Ooh. Get punked.
We got a bunch of dudes up in the V on their side. Be careful.
Fuck you. God, everything takes out the breach. I need a better
Yeah, there's a
weapon.
lot of guys in the V.
Really?
Yeah, hold
Yes.
on. I got them scouted.
Multiples.
I got this.
I need my HA. Gaijin, please.
You notice they changed the physics of the helicopters?
Yes. Kind of. Well, wait. In which way? Which way are you?
Bad. Like you can't roll it.
Oh,
Try to
I haven't
roll
really
this thing
noticed.
up.
I haven't noticed that.
I need help.
Where you? Where are
The
you?
guys up top are shooting at me.
I'm on.
Ah, you
okay.
Camp like beach.